Factories are falling silent across America. Assembly lines frozen under a 25% tariff that landed like a wrench in the gears. A twist many never predicted. Stellantis sends 900 workers home last Monday. Robots paused, welders pacing, lunchrooms half empty, families guessing which bills can wait another month. The ripple spreads farther each day. The policy was sold as protection, yet the first people wounded are the same folks whose livelihoods the slogans claim to shield, pushing confidence closer to the edge. Inside the Toledo plant, the air smells of warm metal cooling, an eerie quiet where hissing hydraulics usually drown every conversation. Workers call it a slow bleed. A line technician, a decade on the job, says she hoped tariffs meant overtime, not unemployment. Her mortgage grace period ends in 2 weeks. Suppliers whisper that cash is vanishing. Every imported bolt, chip, and wiring harness now crawls through extra inspections. Trucks that once rolled overnight sit at border lots for days. Families had no warning at all. Canada answered quickly, stepping up checks on nickel, lithium, and graphite that feed American electric cars. Each delay lengthening production schedules by whole shifts. Numbers rise while patience thins. Tesla's Nevada line slipped from 2-week delivery promises to 2 months. Online buyers refresh status pages and see the date keep drifting. Yet officials insist the plan stands. Dealership lots once packed edge to edge now show more asphalt than autos. Managers rearrange remaining vehicles to look less like a showroom famine. Hope feels lighter than a washer. The basic Ram 1500 pushes toward $50,000, no longer the workhorse choice for plumbers, carpenters, and firefighters starting side businesses. Every delay bruises another household. Jeep Compass, a former school-run favorite, edges past 30 grand. Parents cancel beach trips, redirect savings toward the looming down payment. The math grows harsher with time. Used trucks flip the script. 3-year-old pickups list higher than fresh builds. Scarcity makes mileage a bargain compared with a tariff-inflated window sticker. Transport costs climb like summer heat. Windsor, Ontario, lost 4,500 Chrysler jobs overnight. Cafes near Gate 2 now serve half the breakfasts they served a month ago. Town councils fear empty storefronts soon. Even U.S. soil was no shield. 900 Michigan workers received furlough slips within 24 hours. Home field advantage meant nothing at all. Nobody budgets for chaos like this. Industry bean counters tally $107 billion in extra costs this year. Money that could design the next generation of clean vehicles. Classrooms lose donors for field trips. Stellantis alone shoulders $41 billion of that weight, enough to build 2 new plants that will now exist only in architects' laptops. Pensioners watch shares dip in silence. Each vehicle leaving a U.S. assembly line carries an extra $2,000 to $4,000 hidden inside its price. Nobody calls that patriotism. The story echoes in diner booths. Ford's Kentucky truck plant loses a quarter of scheduled shipments every week. Overtime can't outpace parts that never arrive. Radio hosts replay the same callers. North American output falls 20,000 units a day. Supply shrinks, buyers hesitate. Finance officers recalculate volumes and shiver. Local papers search for silver linings. 80% of auto suppliers employ fewer than 50 people. A single canceled order can sink a decades-old family company before summer ends. Savings accounts shrink by the hour. A missing semiconductor or fuel rail stops a billion-dollar factory as surely as cutting power to the whole grid. Holiday plans fade into maybe next year. Forecasters warn 50,000 industry jobs may vanish by New Year's. Another cold gust for towns already stitched together by rust and hope. Pickup trucks sit unsold in rain. Tourism catches collateral damage. 90% of Canadian bookings at Old Orchard Beach disappeared after Ottawa warned travelers about rising hostility. Advertising banners flap over vacant malls. Hotel owner Sterling Morrison surveys empty July calendars. 40% of past guests were Canadian. Now vacancy signs glow like neon regrets. Charities brace for bigger food lines. Lobster shacks, souvenir stalls, and pier arcades face a season that feels like February. Gulls circle, but customers stay north of the line. Midnight shifts pray for spare parts. A vacation boycott doubles as a megaphone. Choosing not to cross the border becomes a louder statement than 1,000 angry posts. A cost nobody expected before. Unemployment claims spiked to 242,000 in 1 week. State phone lines jam with callers fearing rent deadlines. Domino's shutters slow stores, Bed Bath & Beyond abandons strip malls. Losses spread across sectors like cracks in winter asphalt. Consumer confidence sinks to a 10-year low. Families skip new couches, new fridges, even Friday pizza, just in case payday shrinks again. Mortgage rates flirt with 8%. Starter homes languish, rents climb. Ownership drifts further away for teachers and warehouse drivers. Banks tighten lending. Auto loans harder. Dealership floor plan credit thinner. Threads of commerce pulled taut like frayed seatbelts in a crash. Wall Street erases $50 billion in auto value. Pension funds feel the bruise. Retirement math turns brittle. Chinese and European automakers pounce, funding factories just south of the Rio Grande where duty walls can't reach them. Toyota and Honda fast-track shifts to Mexican plants. Jobs follow the smoothest road surface, not the loudest rally chant. American highways may soon hum with foreign badges assembled yards beyond tariff territory, an unintended export of opportunity. Congress argues, one wing cheers economic sovereignty, the other counts darkened plants like extinguished runway lights. On the factory floor, slogans mean nothing. A machinist checks his healthcare cutoff date, each second loud as a dropped wrench. Families trim luxuries, delay dentist visits, postpone birthday gifts, hoping parts arrive before hope itself times out. Used car ads flood timelines, priced high yet selling. Any running engine beats a tariff-bloated invoice in a 6-month wait. Every extra mile on an aging sedan means one less sales tax dollar for cities. Potholes deepen, library hours shorten. Trade wars never stop at the border. They seep into school backpacks, grocery carts, and retirement ledgers without showing a passport. The looming question: when factories go quiet and tourists stay home, what exactly becomes great? Ingenious engineers can build anything, if supply chains stay open and policy shocks don't yank the floorboards mid-project. If leaders refuse to pivot, temporarily closed signs will harden into permanent scars on buildings, town budgets, and community spirit. Politicians trade sound bites. Main Street measures life in pay stubs, pantry shelves, and fuel gauge needles. Lines outside food banks stretch. Some visitors still wear plant badges. Others lost them when the last shift ended early. Campaign inboxes overflow. Save America, donate now, while donors weigh gas money against groceries. A strategy that sends paychecks abroad and bills to the mailbox will face judgment when ballots open. The odometer keeps turning. Each mile begs for course correction before the engine seizes for good. So, prices climb. Jobs drift. Rivals surge. How long before voters demand a recall on the tariff that stopped the ride? Stay tuned. Share this story. Keep eyes on the road ahead, because the next detour may decide who holds the wheel.